Hey boys and girls, Squee913 here, back for another session of Let's Play Mass Effect with Friends. Today we're joined by, what do you want me to go by?
Rebel will do.
Rebel, alright. Joined by Rebel. Why don't you tell us where you're from, Rebel?
I'm an English person living in North Wales, and I've lived here for the last, 13 years now.
Wales. I've always wanted to go to Wales, but I hear it's very, very cold there.
Yes, very. Too cold.
Alright, well then, shall we kick it off? What do you want to do? There's
Yes.
this little codex thing right here. Look at that.
Hey, experience.
Yeah, we're kind of at the spot in the game where it's now an open world. We can do anything you want. We got DLC to do, side missions. We can go to one of the main quest worlds, pick up Liara, whatever floats your boat.
Oh god, you shouldn't really never give me choices.
Actually, well, while you're deciding, I forgot that we need to go speak to everyone. I'm making one hard rule that we have to, between each big event, we have to go speak with the crew. Otherwise,
Yeah,
I'm
that's cool.
afraid no one will ever speak with the crew.
No, of course.
Alright.
That's so cool. That's cool.
But at the moment, we don't have that much of a crew to speak to, so... Oh, I probably should have spoken to Joker while I was up there. Oh well. Let's do Caden.
Oh god.
Caden and his crazy hair.
Yeah, I've never got that hairstyle. It doesn't make much sense
I don't think
for a guy in the military, does it?
I don't think anyone gets that hairstyle.
Anything you need, Commander?
No. Personal input, I suppose.
Alright.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Well, Jenkins is over there, and Shockwaz is in her office. Joker's flying the ship. I thought you knew this already.
Tactical appraisal?
Caden just like starts telling him where people are. Caden, that's not what I meant, man.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
Goodbye. You're no use to me.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
So he was supposed to... He's doing a bad job of what Kelly was supposed to be. Chockwaz we can talk to at a later time. She's only got one conversation, so... It's not imperative that we go do that. She has more to say on the second game. I thought that was quite fun, because I like Chockwaz.
I think she's more entertaining in the second game from what I've seen.
She has more problems, we'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to go see the merchant or not?
No, I don't think we didn't have very much money now,
Yeah, I was
do we?
gonna say I don't think we even have money to buy stuff yet. We should probably fix that first.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
You knew?
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way.
You know he's playing Tetris in that visor.
Let's take a break. True.
Alright.
Being a Spectre does have its advantages.
Exactly my point.
How would you know,
If I'm trying
Shepard?
to
You
take
just
out a
became
suspect,
one.
It shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
That was your reason?
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate it.
You'll get over it.
It's not the end of the world. You'll have tougher decisions soon enough.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Like which
Of course
engines to
I'm right.
calibrate?
I plan to make the most of it. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
That depends.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to. I understand, Commander.
Come to the light side, Garrus. Oh, hey, experience points. Yay.
Hey.
Hey, let's go talk to the
Because we
racist.
really need to do more with the makeup.
I know. Well, the good news is that... Oh, hey, welcome to your first freezing of the game. I deal with
Yay.
these on a constant basis. Every time
I'm
that...
on
Every time you see the game seem to skip, it's like, oh, well, actually, okay, every once in a while you'll have the game that'll just stay, Fraps will keep recording, And then, but most of the time, it'll just freeze like that for 10 seconds. But for everyone else, all they see is a little skip, so they don't know the pain we go through.
Commander.
Okay.
Hey, you crazy human lover. All right.
God. How are we doing?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Kinda wish you got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
Stop dwelling.
They died, you lived. That happens in this job.
I think that fits his background.
Right, I was gonna say.
If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
Then be more alert in that case.
The answer seems plain enough to me. Be more alert.
Aye, Commander.
Easy.
I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
I don't think she's like Caden. You can't do the "can you talk" until you've done one mission, can you?
I don't think so.
So goodbye then.
Right.
Dismissed, Chief.
Now we got to be careful with her because the voters chose Tali. So,
no, don't worry. I've got absolutely no interest in having it.
Right. Well, neither do I. But the thing is, for the longest time, the computer always seemed to assume I wanted one, just because I cut it off with Liara. But I did find out last time that if you slap her down hard when she starts talking about aliens, it kind of shuts off the romance option. So I'll probably do that when the time comes.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard.
And I mean slap her down figuratively.
What can I do for you?
Bam!
There's some inquiry.
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story.
Liar.
Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Okay, someone with that many scars on his face has got to have stories.
Yeah. Just a short one. Come on.
Alright.
You Krogan lived for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was
That must have been good.
Oh, boo-hoo. That was hundreds of years ago. Get over it.
Yeah.
They tried the same with us, but we fought them off.
It's not the same.
Yeah, I think Shepard kind of shows his naivety in this conversation. Yeah, I mean, who in their right mind is going to be like, oh, sure, I mean, they took our base and they sterilized your entire civilization. That's the same.
Yeah, it's pretty similar. Isn't it?
This one.
Seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people...
It's because you're a moron.
Genetic mutations
How deep did that scar go on your head,
and
Shepard?
infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth. And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
He's ruthless, so let's go for so what.
You're still here. It can't be all that bad.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Touchy subject?
I was just making conversation.
And making fun of you.
Trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard.
Go for it, Rex.
As for the Krogan,
You tell him.
on them long ago.
Shepard's not starting off on a good foot with half his crew members.
Not what's killing us.
No, he's not. Let's go for investigate. Because I like Rex. Extinction.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
So?
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
Oh, Shepard, really?
But they go to colonize new worlds.
You'd think he would know more about the Krogan.
We're warriors.
Yeah, he would, especially since... Yeah, he's military, so he would know about it, wouldn't he?
Right?
Ourselves out. And most of us...
I mean, as warlike as they are, I can't think that their alliance wouldn't have at least talked about it.
No, of course not. Investigate again. And genophage.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Some doctor named Morden.
Ask the Solarians if they
Yeah.
eat whales. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in
Well,
stillbirth.
the breeding part's not that impossible. It's more of the
No, it's the birth.
birthing afterwards.
Every Krogan is infected.
Yeah.
Everyone. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
I should
What?
probably point out, and I do this a lot, but I should probably keep pointing this out. Anyone who's never actually played this game before should probably not be watching this particular Let's Play. because we make fun of it a lot. We talk over a lot of the conversations. We talk about a lot of stuff that hasn't happened yet. This is more just friends getting together and having fun. If you haven't seen Mass Effect, which I don't know how that's possible, but if you haven't, I have a good LP single player that you can go watch that it won't spoil the story for you. There's tons of other people that do. This one here is more of a lighthearted, let's just have fun. And if you watch this first, you will probably learn tons of things ahead of time before you should. Not to mention we talk over half the conversation, so just a word of warning to everyone. What?
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist?
A couple of weeks ago when I was watching Mass Effect 2.
Right? Actually, there's one in Mass Effect 1, too.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
In the lab Vermont.
Cool. Oh, yes.
I didn't know he was there for a long time, though. I think it was like my 8th run through or something. I was like, hey, there's a scientist Krogan there. I always killed him before he said anything, so I never knew. But he actually runs out and says, like, you know, what's going on? You're disturbing my important work.
Oh, right. No, I've only ever been able to kill him.
Well, you're supposed to, so that's kind of a success.
Yay! Success. Okay, I see.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Yay, 28 experience. It's always so much fun when you get, like, high level and you, like, just talking to someone gives you, like, 8,000 experience. Or what is it, like, you find a gas pocket and get 33,000 credits. You're like, dude! Alright, let's talk to this guy real quick.
You know that Quarian Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I really don't like this one because he says the same thing regardless of what you say, doesn't he?
I've never understood that.
Is she bothering you?
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board, she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
It wasn't for her technology,
She's useful.
buddy.
Yes,
I think
yes,
she'd be a
quite.
real asset for the team.
You've
Did
got an
Michael
eye for
in?
Tally, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down.
Let's investigate. Personal questions.
Where else have you served, Adams?
You name a class of Alliance ship, I probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and
The butterfly
carriers
class.
right down to
That's
frigates.
not a real class, Commander. You said
Last
name a
assignment was
class.
on the Tokyo.
But
Only a
that's-
cruiser.
those aren't real
Good
ships.
ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Like Commander Shepard's trying to talk like he knows what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, the Pancreas class. That's not a class of ship either, Shepard.
Oh dear. Investigate and stealth systems.
Fill me in on the IES stealth systems. How does it work exactly?
Blimey, he knows how to say that.
I know.
Space. They emit too much heat and radiation.
Adam's response should have been, "You didn't read it before you came on board."
Yeah.
What kind of captain doesn't know how to run his own ship?
Sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually, the
That'd be like the captain of a battleship going up to the gun crew and going, "So, what kind of guns we got here?"
That would be quite funny.
That would really inspire confidence in the gun crew. I tell you what.
Of course. So we're invisible?
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual.
Windows
out
are
of space.
structural weaknesses.
Most vessels rely on scans. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we.
Oh, that reminds me of a
speeds.
funny motivational posters. You know, like I'll make motivational posters from time to time.
Yeah.
There's a really funny one that just has a picture of the Windows logo, like the Microsoft Windows logo. And underneath it
Yeah.
just says, Windows is a structural weakness, Geth don't use it.
That's pretty neat. FTL gives us away.
Why doesn't it work with faster than light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Yeah, I understood every word you said, just not what it meant.
We've got the only one, except for Cerberus. But yeah.
Investigate again.
I think Norman is the only one left.
Yeah, that's the only one we haven't
I want to
done.
know more about the Normandy.
It's the best ship I've ever served on. Probably the fastest vessel ever designed. She's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
The what, sorry?
What's
The
so
who's a
special
what's
about
it?
the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, but we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge.
Shepard,
the
really,
core.
you should have read all this stuff beforehand.
Yeah.
you,
These
you know what?
characters get...
He's just gonna pass it off as I'm just testing you to make sure you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I love it when people do that. Goodbye.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
All right. Hey, experience points. Yeah. Wow, 140 experience points just for looking at this console.
Yay!
That is nice. Hey, Tolly.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small.
Yes, well,
Okay, there's a lot of jokes that could come off of that, but
you
I'm
know,
gonna...
chicks dig a man with wheels, I tell
I
you.
had no idea science vessels were so advanced.
Indeed.
Maybe Shepard's compensating for something.
But we're not gonna say what. This ship's special.
Special, like in the hockey helmet wearing sort of way.
The Normandy
Yeah.
is a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla.
Yeah, I don't understand any of that.
I'm sitting on
No.
board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
You're into ships?
Because you hadn't noticed?
I had no idea about ship technology so interesting.
Yeah, she's a Quarian. She's lived on the flotilla for her whole life. How could she not be interested in ships?
Right?
Our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment.
That'd be like, you just going to someone, wow, I didn't know you found breathing so interesting.
Some of the large vessels
Yeah.
date all the way back to our original flight from the get.
That was 300 years ago.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being
I don't know, we're still using fire. That's a bit...
They are strict,
It's a bit older than 300 years, isn't it?
We're still using
We try to
canoes
keep
and
ourselves
stuff.
Independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain
Like
the hull
origami.
integrity requires raw materials
Yeah,
we just
yeah.
don't have.
And it's one of the reasons
That's why our
they wear those helmets is because...
Sorry about that, folks. The fraps cut off for a second. We were talking something about origami and causing them to go in suits and some sort of paper cut. I don't know. Anyway, where were we?
I think we just got onto this, didn't we? So, Quarians.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla.
Just try
and
popping a
each of us
pimple.
relies on the
Good
others
luck.
for survival. The bonds among my people are strong.
You'd have the difficulty getting into the suit in the first place.
We have had to surrender
I just
many
see one in front of the mirror going, I can't get
other
to it.
species take for granted.
Like what?
It'd just be like a joke among Quarian. Hey, is there something in my teeth? I can't see.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If
Like
our
the Romans.
population is in decline, the rule against
Yeah.
births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births.
We
Though
give them
the
chocolate
Conclave
bars.
hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
Have a kid, we'll give you some chocolate.
Yeah.
It's the expensive
Conclave?
kind.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole.
Oh, politics.
You know, I always thought it was weird that Tali wasn't. I don't know if she was ever intended to be a romance option or whatnot, but she has more conversation than any other crew member in the game.
Yeah.
Like, she was the best written character. I don't know if they intended, like, hey, we're gonna have her as a romance option, but not until the second game, or they just decided to do that after they saw how popular she was. But either way, she was really well written for this game.
Yeah, they really seemed to. They took a lot of effort to put Tali together.
They dug her.
Yes. You're democratic?
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires...
So what happens if you've only got 5 admirals at any one time?
And they can only do this once.
Right?
After that, the entire board must resign their posts.
Private
It's a
Vossness?
system that
Yes.
serves well. Nearly 3 centuries,
Guess what? You're promoted.
the board has only overruled the
Yay!
Conclave 4
Why?
times.
Because he's been demoted. Oh.
Alright, where are we going?
Let's carry on investigating, I think. Geth.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile.
It's
All I
a
know
long
is
time to hold the
their
grudge.
origins, what they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Tell me.
Interesting.
I like stories.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated method.
Hang on, let me sit down.
Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI
They
status.
couldn't make the iced tea properly, so they kept trying to twiddle with it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you can rate the yard just fine, but you never put enough sugar in here.
Isn't AI research illegal?
How come the council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI.
You can almost see this coming to a head as she's talking to you, can't you?
God, Tali, haven't you ever seen The Matrix?
The changes were so
Yeah.
insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the
iRobot?
neural
I mean, come on.
network. A million Geth thinking
I've seen The Matrix, but not iRobot, funnily enough.
simultaneously.
What? Oh, you need to see that movie.
Yeah.
It's good.
I'm sad, I know.
Nah, it doesn't mean you're sad. There's lots of good movies I've never seen. Though I wouldn't be able to tell you which ones they are because I've never seen them.
Quite.
I saw
The Neural
Tron.
Network?
Tron was a great movie.
What?
The new Tron. Tron Legacy.
No, that's drawing a blank, I'm afraid.
Really? You saw the first Tron, right? The classic
No.
movie? Wow. What are they teaching you guys over there in England?
Wales.
Oh, details. Is Wales actually a separate country?
Technically, yes.
Wow.
But
I didn't-
it's a bit complicated. It's all to do with empires, really, but yeah.
See, I did not know that. Geography was never really my strong suit. Just the. I'm all for the past. I'm not so caught up on the present. All right. Anyway, neural network.
So, the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in the group, the smarter they are.
I think Tali seems to realise that Shepard isn't the brightest spark.
Right. I mean, she's very good at explaining it like he's a child.
Yeah.
She's like, look here, look at these pictures.
Like a hive mind?
So there's some sort of group consciousness.
No, nothing like that. They
She's
cannot
also very
share
patient.
sensory data or information. Their programming
Well,
cannot
you'd have to be
handle
with
as
Shepard,
much
wouldn't you?
Right.
simultaneous input.
There's no like frustrated sighs, like
Each Geth
no.
maintains individual awareness and identity. The neural
It's
network
not
only
bacon,
operates on a
it's
process-based
beacon.
level. It's basically the
No, it's not.
equivalent of a subconscious.
Saren has my bacon.
But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
I'm sorry, that
I
whole
don't
time...
get it either.
That whole time I lost train of thought. I was just staring at the little light that goes on whenever you talk. Could you say that again? Like Shepard's like, look, I'm sorry, I know that was really important, but do you know there's a light that turns on when you talk?
I don't get it.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly
Yeah, that's
Obviously-
how good she is at simplifying
Yeah.
stuff. She oversimplifies.
Obviously, you're not simplifying it enough if he doesn't understand.
Yeah.
Their effective intelligence became more
Tell you what, let's make it more complicated.
One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian
It's like
overseer
Shepard,
questions
Geth,
about the nature of its
smarter,
existence.
win
Am I
more.
alive? Why am I here?
So the more of them you kill, the stupider they become.
Shepard's like, oh, I get that.
What happened next?
What did you do?
It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation.
It's not
We
inevitable.
knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian.
That's one thing I always wondered. Why didn't they just stop using them for menial labor and negotiate with them? I'm sure the Geth would have understood. Probably.
Yeah.
Like, if the Geth were mad because they were being used as slaves, and the Quarians realized this, if they just instantly said, okay, you know what? You're not slaves anymore, we're sorry.
We'll pay you for it.
Yeah,
I
or
don't
even,
know.
we'll just do it ourselves. We it's okay. Just put the dishes down, I got it. But, I mean, I think that probably could have avoided an entire war. If they just said, you know
Yeah.
what, instantly, we are sorry, we did not know you were sentient, forgive us, and, you know...
Sorry?
Hi, neighbor. Yeah, here's a Christmas present. got
What
you
did you expect?
I got you a new flashlight. Oh, right. You don't need those.
You didn't really think they'd just let you destroy them without a fight, did you?
The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they
Yeah,
had
but they still
progressed
are
much
machines,
further
that's
than
the problem.
anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We
You
feared
got
the Geth would
pwned.
pursue us, but they never came beyond the veil.
And all they'll see is just a short skip. And Tali
Yeah.
talking with no words coming out.
They defended themselves.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake.
Now, what does that
when we
remind
gave
you
the
of?
Geth in the first place. But we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not
I'll
acted,
take
they would
Wipe
have
Out the
wiped us
Krogan
out.
for 300, Trebek?
They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
Okay, you're right.
Because they don't
Or
like...
actually, no, not everyone.
Because they don't like country music? I don't know.
Ah, could be it.
They didn't kill Saren.
What does that tell you? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this. They're the enemy. They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren. And
But
that's
Saren's organic.
Oh, Tali. Okay, honestly, I have to admit, I love Tali to death, but... And I understand why she feels the way she does, but I really hope you can change her opinion in Mass Effect 3. Like, maybe Legion starts to make her see differently.
Yeah, not too differently, but just differently.
Differently enough to not want to wipe out all the Geth.
Yeah, genocide's fun and everything, but it's not. It doesn't build friendship.
Yeah, yes, that's. I'm pretty sure that's implied in the word genocide, that you're not building friends with the people you're massacring.
Is there anything left to investigate?
Pilgrimage.
No.
Alright.
Hang on. Yes, there is, isn't there?
Yeah, pilgrimage.
Pilgrimage. Yeah, let's go for that.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek
How do you tell?
acceptance with a new
You
crew.
mean when you leave the
It's
bubble?
necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone.
See, that'd be a really good idea for people these days to take on, wouldn't it?
We only returned
Are you
once
kidding
we
me?
found
We're
something
not intelligent
about
enough to do
we
that.
can bring back to the fleet.
Oh yeah, good point.
Our pilgrimage would end up like
The respective ships
100 miles down the road to the closest place where teenagers gather and drink and fall unconscious afterwards. Like
Oh, that
college.
actually sounds like quite a lot of fun.
Like college, really. College is our pilgrimage.
Yes.
Go out into the college world and don't come back until you found yourself a diploma.
Do they always accept?
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It
This one
increases
Quarian
their
brought the
own
captain
standing in our
flip-flops.
society.
Yeah, he didn't take that.
Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best
Yeah, but still, if they don't
way to
reject it,
treasure our new
then
community.
surely the standard would
Most
start going
pilgrims don't
down.
return until they find something
Right.
worthwhile.
Right.
Sounds dangerous.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out.
Yes, it is.
Before we leave, we are given lessons.
I mean,
on
that's
how to
pretty much
survive
exactly
outside
what
the
it
Terra,
is.
and given gifts to help us on our journey.
Gifts.
We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease.
Like what?
Generations of living in
Maybe a
an
gun?
isolated and highly controlled
Or
environment
some sort
has
of
left our
big
immune
gun?
systems weaker than most.
Yeah. Or a
By the
map,
time we
maybe.
leave,
That'd be
we are
useful.
well equipped for the pilgrimage.
Perhaps roller
This is the
skates to
rite
help
of
them get
passage for
around.
all Quarians. If it were
Yeah.
dangerous, our
Yeah.
numbers would
Something like that.
That'd be so funny. It's like, here's your pilgrimage, here's your gun, a map, and here's your roller skates. What?
Presentation of the gift to one of the three captains.
Let's change topics.
Alright.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Like saying goodbye.
And yeah, like saying
I
goodbye.
think there's something else left, yeah. I want to talk about something else.
Yeah.
Like what? Like goodbye.
Yay.
I should go.
Like I should go.
See you later.
Alright.
Okay, I think that's all the crew, isn't it? Apart from Joker
I
and
think
Sharkwest.
so. We can go talk to Choker a later time. Well, first of all, let's go ahead and end this episode here, folks. We're going to end this. Thanks for watching, and we'll be right back. Take care.